from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Welcome everyone to LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Valorant Community Cup powered by Intel, Crucial and our broadcast partner Loco. I'm CCV joined alongside Universe and we are bringing to you the upper bracket semi-finals. I am completely excited for the matchup that we have on hand already. This is not the first Valorant match we've had today. We had the lower bracket matchup. We had True Rippers up against Paradise Esports. True Rippers, after going to the decider map of Haven, ended up winning that one. It was a nail-biting affair. Overall, the matches, I wouldn't say those were nail-biting, but definitely going to the decider map, it was a breath of fresh air. Today, for the upper bracket match, how are you feeling, Universe?
Well, I am feeling pretty excited. It's especially exciting to see OnlyFriends over here, who I did not expect to see in the upper bracket semi-final once they were up against True Rippers in the previous matchup. And they did quite a number on True Rippers. They beat them 2-0. And that's a sign that I love to see. While we expected them to, probably give out and go down to the lower bracket, it was very, very, a feel-good moment. It was a very feel-good moment for OnlyFriends to go through now in the upper bracket semi-final. Even if they do drop down, they might end up facing True Rippers yet again, and that will be an early, sort of revenge story that comes in for True Rippers if they do not, go through here, OnlyFriends. But at the moment, if OnlyFriends have their, fairy tale form continuing for their players, all five of them are playing exceptionally well yesterday. If they continue that form, CCV, they're going to be able to take down one of the best teams out there and probably one of the favorites to win this tournament as well. So, yeah, let's see how OnlyFriends are going to, fare up against the juggernauts that is Revenant Esports.
Oh, absolutely. For the side of OnlyFriends right now, it's going to be quite difficult. They managed to snag the win against True Rippers, albeit it wasn't very, very easy for their side. Both the maps, OnlyFriends, they had to fight their way. On Haven, we went to overtime, 13-9 on Ascent as well. So by no means whatsoever, they've had an easy journey. But moving on forward, it's only going to get more difficult. As we have a look at the map veto, we will be starting off again on the map of Haven, chosen once more by the side of OnlyFriends. They played here against True Rippers. They won here 14-12, and they've chosen again. As for the members of R&T, they've chosen the map that they played against Paradise as well yesterday. Split is going to be up for the grabs, and yesterday Revenant managed to win the map. So it is very, very clear exactly, what the teams are looking for, what their strategy is with this map veto. OnlyFriends have picked a map where they managed to take the win earlier. They've chosen it again. Revenant, same thing for them. So almost everything points to the map of Bind. Most likely we'll be going to another decider map, but you never really know. Who knows? Maybe one of the teams will win the opposition's map as well.
Yeah, maybe. I am not entirely sure as to how this best of three is going to go, whether we're going to see it in a 2-0 fashion, or we're going to see a map 3 based on what we've looked at these two teams perform in the recent past. It does look like it could be a 3 mapper here, CCV, and I'm excited for that. I think that a 3 mapper between these two teams would be a pretty great, situation for us to watch. And
Right.
as we look at the MVP standings here, of course, we've got Knight Rider on top of there, easy for medal as well. All three players for on the top three are the ones who have come through currently in this tournament. And unfortunately for Paradise Esports and Dean, they have been eliminated. And while that is a sad affair, we must move on. And tonight, Knight Rider's got to show what he can do best yet again. Yesterday, it was kind of a doozy of a first map for him. Second map, he picked it up massively. Even though he was missing, a couple of shots, he hit again quite a few of them on the back end of it. So let's see how it all
Exactly.
turns out to be for this team.
Absolutely. And then the MVP standings, we've got Jivix as well from Prime 5. Prime 5 today had their off-stream match against ROG Academy. They managed to take the win there as well. So great stuff for him. He's still in the tournament. And then finally in the MVP standings, you've got Dean, who sadly, alongside Paradise Esports, is going to be out of the Community Cup. But right now, we have the upper bracket matchups. Right now, we don't think about the teams that have been eliminated, although 2 teams have now been eliminated. Only 6 remain in this Community Cup, with more to follow.
Yep.
Again, if anyone isn't aware, all the teams are eyeing for that prize pool of 1,50,000 rupees. The winners, they'll be going home with the 1 lakh, and the runners up, they'll be getting 50,000. That's it. That's the entire division. If you are in 3rd position or below, you will be going home empty-handed. Basically, it is cutthroat, but that's what the Community Cup is for. Experienced teams can get more experience, and teams who are just coming in, amateur teams, climbing up the ranks of competitive South Asian Valorant, they can learn a lot more. And the prize pool is only possible thanks to our sponsors. Go down in the description, get yourself some cutting edge monitors from LG Ultragear, top of the line processors from Intel, the best peripherals in the business from Crucial, and obviously, every so often you'll have the QR code right here from Red Bull. Get yourself some Red Bull delivered to your doorstep. So always in your ranked matches, you never run out of energy. And if you are already watching us on Loco, make sure you follow this channel, the Esports Club, and then you can watch a variety of other streamers playing a variety of other games. Entertainment never stops at Loco. But right now, entertainment isn't going to be stopping anytime soon. As a matter of fact, Universe Entertainment will just be starting, as very soon we will be starting with the agent selection screen. And that is my question to you. On Haven, so many times we see Breach, so many times we see Sova. Always it's going to be that double initiator. Do you think we'll see double initiator again from both of the teams?
Well, I think that is kind of the case that is on this map. It's a Sova Breach combo. We saw the Fair and Breach combo as
Yeah.
well, which is very stunning from, I think, am I losing myself? I think we saw it yesterday from Lethal Esports. That's a pretty, interesting combo as well. And it works out. It clearly does work out. It plays wonders into the hands of players who know how to use that fade, who know how to combo that with the breach. But the double initiator on Haven is kind of a bare given, because you need a double initiator combo here because of the sheer size of the map. You've got 3 bomb sites, right? And you need to be able to find your information at the bare minimum with at least 2 initiators, because one Sova, you can play along with it, but what do you replace a second initiator with? You want a double duelist? Doesn't really give as much value in terms of defense as it will on the offense. So that balance of a double initiator on this map does give a lot of value. Maybe a double controller at times could help defensively, but on the attack, while it gives you a little bit entry into the site, it keeps the enemies at bay. You won't have information to play off with. You won't have utility that allows to keep players at bay. For example, the breach that can do, or the information that Fate can provide with not just her prowlers, her haunt, her nightfall is brilliant as well, and of course she's got every single ability of hers which works out perfectly. So on Haven, I think Fade is a really good pick, and Rafa showed it to us yesterday. And I think that if OnlyFriends and Revenant are somewhere close to that, maybe not. But today we will see a double initiator, I believe, from both ends.
We can. I mean, I guess we can expect that double initiator. Last time we saw OnlyFriends as well. They went for Sova and KO. actually in the initiator. And yeah, that's the thing with the initiator market on the map of Haven. It's very, very versatile. You can take a Sova, you can not take a Sova as well. I mean, just now in the best of 3 we saw the members of True Rippers, they went for Sky and Breach, did not even pick a Sova. No Fade, no KO. They went for Breach and Sky. You can have Fade, KO, all the initiators can be played, and that's essentially what the balance team is looking for in Riot. That all the agents can be played, no one is overlooked. Even in the controller market, the thing is, on Haven there are only like one of two choices. Either you go for Omen, which is for the time being in the current meta the more obvious pick, or you go for an Astra, which after Astra received her nerfs, she has gotten a bit dimmed down in the market share, but still she is chosen. On Haven, yes, you don't have Brimstone, you don't have too much of Viper, hardly if ever you see them, but the choice is still there. And Knife Jester already has locked in the Neon. Paradox will be playing the Neon as well. Oh, this definitely excites me. We will be seeing a lot of Neon running around. In the previous match, we had one tap got with the Neon, and he definitely made some strides. That's going to be interesting. And the other agents being selected as well. Well, for the time being, everyone is squatted out. Revenant going to select double initiator, but this time is following the footsteps of the members of True Rippers. It is going to be Sky and Breach, no Sova, Chamber. So you just have a very, very standard composition given the current meta in South Asia.
Yeah, I do have the Sky over here in the hands of Wimp, which is not something that we see usually on the map of Haven, at least, because the Breach works, wonders here. So them having a Breach and a Sky is something that I see. They're not going for that pinpoint, location revealing information. They're playing on the basis of sound here, and on the basis of what they see in front of them. So while I am excited about this, I need to understand the the thought process behind Revenant's pick over here, because that Sky could sometimes prove to be a menace in terms of the attack, because of course there's a Breach flash and there's a Sky flash, and then again there's a Breach flash. You can just annoy the crap out of your opponents. But given at the same time, you have a Sova on the other hand who can have vision for ages across. When he's got the drone in the air, he can spot out players. The Sky has a limited vision when it comes to a round. The Tasmanian Devil does only go so far in terms of having an eyesight, right? Rest all is just a green fade in front of it. But Sova has no such, culpability. He can get the drone out in the air. He can see, especially, when you're attacking the C site, and if you have the Sky going in from C long, the Sky's dog cannot actually see all the way back to the end of the site, right? If somebody's speaking there. But a Sova's drone can. So I'm a little worried when it comes to attack, when it's long range, situations, because they can shoot down the dog pretty easily when it's on the ground. And given that it doesn't see that far, you never know if it's at the very end, if there's an operator there or a Vandal, right? So let's figure out how Revenant is going to do this, ladies and gentlemen, as we will jump into the game. We've got a pretty exciting one on our hands, and I cannot wait to find out what's going to happen in this one. There is a Sky, there's a Sova, and there's 2 Breaches available, along with a couple of Neons as well. Here's OnlyFriends up against Revenant Esports.
Alright, and we are to go for the side of Revenant. They'll be the team starting out on attack, and OnlyFriends holding their ground. Revenant not looking to push very aggressively, but the Omen smoke gives HBS so many members that he has seen now, but unfortunately he had to fall back. Oh, the Neon dashes in. That's going to be a kill for Paradox. Yes, it will be. Vim capitalizes further, eliminates the Chamber, and for the moment it was just Gorong in the bomb site from the side of OnlyFriends, but even he has been dispatched. And very rapidly, Revenant have managed to swing into the bomb site just using the wall that Neon had, and alongside the Omen smoke, they eliminated 3 members of OnlyFriends, and it only costed them a single one of theirs. There seems to be an attacker-sided pistol round.
Yeah, most certainly. That smoke is very interesting. They've just put it over the spike so that they don't even, are not even encouraged to go for that tap over there. I don't know what happened to Knight Rider, but he's missed it. Okay, Loki, unfortunately teleporting out in the open, but he does have support to take care of this round. Double peek, of course, and Paradox finds a third early on. Revenant, a little bit slippery towards the end of that pistol round, but they will still find it. thanks to Paradox and Wimp holding their ground. Unfortunately for Logi, his aim of the teleporter spawn was not in his favor. And Knight Rider, oh, that was just not the best of starts.
Ah,
There's a theory though. There is a theory. I wouldn't say it's a theory as much as maybe something that's happening quite often. It's actually difficult to hit a Valorant agent. Like if you're shooting somebody, from the front, it's easier to hit them than it is to aim at their behind,
oh yeah, the
because
head,
apparently
because it's kind of
the
tilted
figure,
down.
and the figure is just a little weird. So I think Natada can escape with that. But do you believe in that?
Kinda. See, the problem for me is, be it hitting an agent from the front or shooting them from behind, I can never shoot an opponent. So I don't have experience in either one of those instances since I can't land my shots. But I do believe in that, joke aside, because yeah, the head is definitely tilted down. Like the neck is kind of weird if they're like their shoulders are up. It is a weird angle that you see the agents from. Regardless of that, if it will ever be like proven scientifically with like pixel measurements and all, we'll see them. But for the time being, looks like there's a little bit of a pause that the players have taken. Hopefully there are no disconnections or anything of that sort. Looking at the Revenant members, we can see Paradox repping the jersey. Looks really good. And
wow,
then
look at
on
HCA.
side of OnlyFriends, yeah, that's a full on like streamer setup,
Yo.
like full on RGB lights
Okay,
and all.
Shima setup is one thing, man. Those lights are burning out my eyeballs. That is so bright, and I don't know what black magic is happening, but every time the lights go blue, I see his photo come in over there.
I
What
think that's
is?
the chroma key. The thing is,
Yeah.
it goes into like chroma key. I think because of the color of the RGB lights, the lights are like so strong, it automatically chroma keys out, which is very. I've never seen that happen before, but
well,
happens.
Yeah, it does happen.
You
Let's
seen
get it back. Let's back into the game though. Yeah, because the game's about to begin. Let's get
Oh.
back into the game as the players are gonna be ready. There was a small little issue. Wimp had his headphones giving a reverse sound for some reason, but back we go.
Alright, and we are in from the side of Revenant. It's going to be the anti-eco. Not much OnlyFriends can do. They are on to pistols, and yeah, it's just going to be a massacre, more or less. Paradox, another headshot. And while we were talking about how the round is going, the round is pretty much over. Because now it's Cruiser God with a shorty all by himself. Knight Rider is holding this angle. So even if Cruiser God swings wide, Knight Rider is going to get an easy kill just because of the range that is there. Or Knight Rider can just spot him as well. Yeah, it's going to be a headshot and a flawless round win for Revenant members. So yeah, done and dusted. Now, OnlyFriends should be looking to get back into the game by buying those Vandals and Phantoms in full armor.
Yep, but at the same time, we have to consider that there are two bigger weapons on the side of the attack as well. Knight Rider with that Vandal, and Wimp has the Phantom as well. And now Paradox has bought in, and he's got money for the next round as well, if in case it does not come through, to win. So a good amount of recovery in terms of economy without having to lose anything in the second round has allowed them to do a lot more in this one. Let's see if that works out. The Knives Jester getting a little aggressive, has got a little bit of a worry towards his cubby corner on the left over here. While he has cleared out the A side completely, it's redundant now. The C side been smoked off as a result of Knives Jester's informational play over here. But the problem is he's the only one guarding this. And oh, there he goes. As he says, gotta go. He will run away. Wimp spots just a fathom of his self. And here they go towards the A side back again. Paradox trying to chase him. But nobody yet to be seen. Oh, that fault line is perfect. Paradox is not going to be allowed to enter just yet. Flashes across the side, and here we go. One ultimate. He kind of stuns himself, but Revenant will stabilize thanks to the two others following up. And HVS now towards that spawn area, hiding in the smoke, hoping someone decides to maybe push in and walk through.
Alright, yeah, for the time being, Wimp, his location has been revealed. He was hit with the paranoia as well. Knight Rider is covering the angle, and he's doing an excellent
Beautiful.
job since he manages to get 2 headshots, and Blackhawk seals the deal. And that is going to be, for the side of Revenant, a 3rd round win. And it got a bit dicey. The Rolling Thunder definitely, shook things up for all of the players in the server who were alive at the moment. But Revenant still managed to pull through, and relatively another good round since they have a majority of their players alive. But most importantly, they have dealt such a heavy blow to the credit economy of OnlyFriends. They are back onto pistols.
Yep, it is. Like I said, that round, second round, where Paradox did not buy in anything, had money to go through. They bought 3 heavy weaponry and still had money for the 4th as well. Brilliantly done. But now, I've Jester and have information to play off of. They can rotate early, but they've got that one little trademark there, which is going to be smoked off. And this is unknown. Logi and Knight Rider are in big trouble, but Knight Rider, forgive me, Logi actually expects that and gets one back. And while the spike's gone down, they're going to immediately rotate away. They know this is going to be a difficult chance to keep the spike in their hands, especially given that Kev has fallen less than 20 HP. They're going to have to just play this off a little slow and hope that HVS can maybe land a headshot himself. And Cruiser God's on the backstab now himself as well. And he knows that there's no trademark to stop him. So he's going to try and get in as close as possible. The plant will go down though, and this is a difficult one to get back into for the side of OnlyFriends.
Yeah, don't have the best of guns. And just Revenant holding the open angles means they are going to have free reign into winning these gunfights. Cruiser God, close quarter combat, Marshall and Classic, not gonna work out. Another near flawless round for the side of R&T, only losing a single member and just holding off whatever OnlyFriends had to offer, wherever they were pushing from, whatever kind of kills, whatever kind of duels they were getting into, it still did not work, and Revenant still had total control. So from the looks of it, Revenant are not giving this away, but now we are nearing the full buy versus full buy. Ultimates are going to be a big factor. Already Kev has got the Rolling Thunder, Knight Rider,
and the Operator,
Force, Paradox as well, and the Operators present on HVS. HVS still needs to get off the mark, doesn't have a kill just yet, but that may change after this round.
Logi, that initial fault line stops them. They expect that push from A long to come in, and that was brilliantly done by Wimp to put them at a stop. And Logi's taking out Knife Jester, but on the other end, the chamber duels go towards the side of HVS, as he will look for a second peek, but he's got trouble in front of him, and that's in trouble in the form of Paradox, who's on the way towards the A-Link. And Cruiser God's aware of this. Difficult angle for him. He will be spotted out here, I believe. Yes, he is. Stunned, spotted, and killed. Revenant find the A side almost too easily, as just one kill towards A main confirms Logi's territory, and they push in towards C-Link, B-Link, excuse me, just because they know that HVS is towards C-Link. And that one push destroys Cruiser God, and there's nothing they can do. They have to save here, don't they?
Exactly. They've got the Operator, they've got 2 rifles, they can't afford to lose those. The Seekers will give their position a no. Paradox.
Did this man,
how many?
Did this man just
how
won an entire round?
He's won. He gets 1. And that's it. A quad Paradox. Excellent flank right there, using the speed, the agility that Neon has to the best of her extent. And boy, oh boy, excellent play. Revenant Esports, not only do they win the round with 4 members alive, but best part for them, Universe is going to be getting rid of all the rifles and the Operator. OnlyFriends are back to Classics and Sheriffs and a Marshal. This is devastating for their side.
Well, so Paradox went towards the B side, killed a guy in B-Link, A-Link, went back to the side, took an entire survey across the A side, went back to B, and then backstabbed them again. That's the power of Neon, ladies and gentlemen. In its full extent and glory, that's Neon. That's how you play it. And Paradox is loving it more than anybody, I'm pretty sure. A little too aggressive, Knight Jester. No support as of yet, but while the support did come in just about a second later, Wimp will take care of HVS. And Logi, this conniving little sneaky man, knows where to find those, OnlyFriend players trying to sneak out of their hidey holes. Cruiser God will be good for 1, but he's got a tail coming in. There's no way he's gonna. Oh, he actually gets it. Okay,
Nice. That was a
a
team
little bit of a
paranoia.
blind. Yeah, that was a team flash,
Spike planted.
but
Right.
the plant's gone down. And while I believe in Cruiser God's ability to try and find this 1v3, it's kind of difficult for him because, yeah, Blackhawk will take care of it. And there we go.
Yep, that's that. Again, another round done for the side of, Revenant Esports. They lost 2 members. I mean, more than they usually would think. But again, look at the credits, man. We're having like the scorecard. 8,800 for Blackhawk, 8,500 for Logi, 7,000 Wimp. Yeah, they don't care too much about the credits. They are fine for the next like 3 rounds, essentially. Full buying. It's just about the rounds for them. They currently have a 6-round streak going in their favor. OnlyFriends, they've got a lot of those ults. Both the chambers are going to go for the Torde force. This round is going to be explosive. Look at that. Look at the 4 attackers pushing in from Ceylon. Gorong, he can have so much value, but he is completely flashed out of his mind. And Wim, he's going to take him out of the server for this round. Kev also goes down, and already the defenders, they are down in numbers and they don't have the bomb site.
There comes the blind. Paradox goes through, gets one, finds the second as well. Paradox is on another plane of existence right now. He will be put to a halt by HVS. But HVS with the Tour de Force has only 3 bullets left and he's got 4 enemies to kill. And those 4 enemies have got quite a bit of their arsenal in their hands. One's behind him, one's in front of him. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Revenant Esports will put you down in the ground. And OnlyFriends, my word, this has been a very, very, this is a bullying performance, especially from Paradox, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I've seen Paradox play multiple roles. I think all of us have. He's played the Sentinel, he's played the Initiator, he's played the Jet, he's played Raze. But I think this man belongs on the Neon. That play style of ultra speed, running in towards nook and corners, self-sufficient fragging. That's what Paradox stands for. And he's found his, true role here in Revenant once he's found the Neon. And he's taken a liking towards it, and I love it.
Well, almost everyone loves this role except for OnlyFriends and all of their fans watching as well. To them, this is heartbreaking. This is just completely a massacre. I think I called this earlier, and yeah, I think I would use the same adjective again because that's exactly what's happening to the side of Revenant. They are just completely shredding apart any and all hopes of OnlyFriends. Now, another round. 8th round. It's going to be a full buy for OnlyFriends. They have got rifles. Execute is coming in. Logista isolates one gunfight, goes back into attacker spawn. Revenant Esports, they are ready for the execute. Knife gestures there. What happened? Okay.
They know what's happening. Yeah. Another breach ultimate, of course it is. They just get ultimates like it's nothing. But HVS will shut down Paradox in his trap, though. Another one for HVS, and this could be the first round. No, HVS with an operator pushing into a smoke is not the best of options, my guy. But they've tried to keep it at a modest 3v3. Make that a 3v2. Cruiser Gods, shock darts prevail. A flash to work for them. Unless Knight Rider has something to say about it, because Knight Rider wanted to drop down in the back of that flash. Not going to work out. He's got support over there. Logi will get back to safety. And now they try for that ninja. Logi, though, still working out for his tapping abilities. Not going to work out for him. Knight Rider still hollering away at the defense. And he will complete this clutch. A 4K for Knight Rider. As the 8th round for Revenant puts up on the board.
Okay, as a chamber, Knight Rider was what, on like 15 HP or something? He was very low. And he still does
Yeah, he was. Yeah. I still believe that, maybe they should have gone for that half diffuse at least. One of them should have given the body cover if possible, because they had the smoke on the spike as well, right? So... I think that they should have at least tried to stick for the half defuse, because Knight Rider was at least 2 seconds away and he could have gotten that stick at least. while I do, agree that okay, maybe he wanted to just play him out, but Knight Rider knows that he has to play for time. And once he heard that, he came a little closer just to give a warning fire through the smoke into the player who's defusing it. But he did not know that, did he? And the minute he walks out, Knight Rider was ready for it. He expected it, and then he took him down.
Yep, took him down, and right now this is just Revenant, taking only friends like completely out of the park and pushing them essentially, like kicking them into the lower brackets. They're like, no, 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 no. You'll not even get a single round. And from the looks of
You
it,
know,
it feels like it's yeah. Go on.
I'm not gonna completely rule out OnlyFriends here. I'm gonna say that I think that the performance of Revenant has been too overpowering at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's it is good what they're trying to do, but they're not able to establish what they want. HVS has given a couple of good shots that we've seen so far. Knife Jester as the Neon has been fairly quiet. We've not seen him do any sort of flashy moves with the Kev, which is a very deadly combination. It's almost as if at times Kev and Knife Jester have been at two opposite sides, except for a couple of times that they pushed up towards A main. But what I am concerned about is their, performance on the attack. Because if they keep going at this rate, their attack on Haven, while it might be good, their confidence is going to be a little less. And
Yeah.
even though Haven will go out, which is their map pick, by the way, I still believe that OnlyFriends will have that revelation in the next map because we've seen it happen for multiple teams before. Yesterday, I think it happened against. No, forgive me. Today, it happens again. Paradise Esports took Fracture, right? Against Two Rippers.
Yes.
And
Yep.
nobody expected that because after the first map, which went down 13-4, I believe, they beat
39.
they beat them as well. Paradise beat them, right? So I would
Yes.
expect OnlyFans to make some sort of a difference in the second map. For now,
True.
they need to focus on trying to get at least a minimum 9-3 here because the momentum that Revenant are playing with is preposterous. You just cannot get by it.
Oh, absolutely. Of the side of Revenant, they hold all the advantage in the world, and the members of Only Friends as well. I mean, yeah, it's not completely serious faces on their side. They're still taking it, not completely to the heart. They know they've got the second map, like you mentioned, Universe in, and if they can win out the second map, we will go to a decider, just like the first best of three of today. But yeah, it's still got to be serious faces on their front. As for Revenant, at least for Haven, they can breathe like a big, big sigh of relief. They can be like, okay, we can relax for the time being. We don't have to overthink what we are doing. Just keep on performing like this. We will for sure have an advantage. And once the side swap happens, we just have to close the map out. And looking at the comms right now, yeah, it's happy faces. Just he's smiling. Para always has his 24/7 smile, no matter what is happening in a game. And Paradox would be extremely glad with how he's playing. I mean, I think we spotted what 16 kills on him already. He has definitely broken the 15 mark. So in no way, shape, or form are the members of R&T having a bad day. Definitely, they are extremely glad with how they've started on this map.
Ah, yeah. Well, let's find out if or not it works for OnlyFans in the rounds to come. I think that the one thing we need to figure out how exactly OnlyFans are getting back into this is whether or not their aggression works because their aggression is what's needed right now, but not in the way that they're doing. You see that they're trying to push up at times, but they're being shut down. The only time they're able to get those pushes in are when they've got pistols, right, towards C long. They've pushed up about three times,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think, and they've come in very quietly. They've not been able to settle into the role that that they want to do. Their aggression is only coming out through pistols, and it's walking. It's not like they're putting utility to go and fight the fight and then get the kill that they need, right? So yeah, I would expect OnlyFriends to come up and about in terms of aggression in the last couple of these rounds left because I think that towards that A main side, they need to do something about it. Every time that breach fault line comes, they just stop. They do not even try to go for past it because they realize that, it's not possible. But I know the ability that Knife Jester has as the, the duelist and Kev has they can go and get that fight against at least one of the players, if not, multiple. Try to find one kill, get themselves back into the game, and find the advantage, because I think that's a major disadvantage that's been running in the favor now. They are not getting the first pick at all. I don't think there's been a single round in the 8 that we've played where they've been able to find the first blood of the round. Even if they have, it's instantly traded. It's almost instantaneously
Yeah.
traded by the
That is
opponent,
true.
because it's always a second player behind Paradox.
Exactly, and that's the thing. I've said this probably over like 5,000 times now in different broadcasts, but no matter what kind of 5v5 shooter you're playing, the first pick matters a lot. I mean, in
Yeah,
other games, like I calculate the percentages as well. I always have my
yeah,
favorite statistic. I should start doing it for Valorant as well. It's giving me good ideas. But I always have this statistic of opening kill to round win, where I
yeah.
calculate the amount of times a team got the opening kill and how many of the times were they able to convert it into a round win. And all of you watching, doesn't matter if you're a casual player or professional player, you'd be surprised. The numbers are a lot higher than you think. On average, like 80 to 85% of the times, if a team gets like the opening frag, they sooner rather than later end up converting it into a round win, unless something very bad happens in the round, like they lose like 4 players instantly or something. But yeah, opening kills matter a lot. And even if you're going for trades on defense, it favors you since you're lowering the man count. Essentially, you're waiting down the time for the attackers, letting them use their utility, waste their utility. It's all the better for you. But right now, for the side of Revenant on attack, they are doing an exceptional job at dealing with anything OnlyFriends have to offer. So now, once more, the buy from OnlyFriends is weak. All the technical issues are over. Knife gestures Neon. He needs to leave an impact. Paradox gets the headshot. And once more, the opening kill goes in favor of which team? You guessed it, it's RNT.
Yet again, they find themselves the opening frag and they double it up as well. HVS has gone home. Oh boy. Oh no! Gorang! He had the advantage there, but he still did not get it. And with that,
Right.
an instant. Okay. All right. Okay. That was something.
Yeah. That's another
Okay.
flawless.
Okay, Revenant. They just
Uh,
go and absolutely tear through the defenses every single where. Knight
it's a
Rider has gone towards C
deathmatch.
to find his own entourage. We've gone towards A to find two more. Just Revenant being absolute chads right now. Giga chads, Terra chads, whatever you wanted.
Octa chads, yes.
Oh,
Alright.
okay, Paradox. Probably stun kept. Yeah, there he goes. Another first blood
Again.
for Paradox. Not going to be getting the trade though. Knife Jester will come back with one. No more for him. As HVS has been spotted out, and that A side hit was just a fake. As HVS needs to hit this shot, but he will be
Ooh.
immediately traded. That is what Revenant are so good at doing in this game. They've been constantly on the trade, except for Paradox at times, but he is the duelist who creates space and fakes. So sometimes if he's not hit off, it is okay.
Backstab.
Oh,
Wait,
they've gone
so
back.
when
Oh
Neon
no,
are
they've
going
gone.
from Garage, where Omen is already there,
Yeah.
and yeah, Gorong is now gone. I don't understand what they're trying to do now. But Blackhawk is covering it from C long. You still got, Chamber in the bomb side. Knight Rider just guns them down. Sure, Paradox got the opening kill, but it was Knight Rider all way through the entire round who got the remaining 4. A quad for the man, excellent performance. And again, Revenant hold off whatever OnlyFriends were planning. And I think, both of us were a bit confused as to exactly what OnlyFriends were planning, because they had Sova and Neon pushing from like attacker spawn, but then they went towards Garage where Omen was already there, and then Gorong had also died in Garage. So yeah, it got very, very messy in the end. But round number 11, Revenant still completely undefeated so far.
Well, Revenant, let's see how long they can keep this up, though. There are just 3 more rounds, forgive me, 2 more rounds left in this, including this one. And they're going towards Seaside where they've got everything in their hands. The plant's going to come through. Logi knows the backstab's coming in. Why?
Oh. Oh my god. A triple. Triple for Knight Rider again. Is there any stopping this one? That's a quad. Now he swings back into the bomb side and gets one. Definitely, he's got to go for an ace. The previous round was just an appetizer. This is where the meat and potatoes are. Paradox is going to let Cruiser God go. Nah, oh, he takes the ace away. Knight Rider. Wow. Can't believe he did this, huh? But still, another 4K from the chamber. That's 2 rounds, 8 kills, 0 deaths that Knight Rider has faced. And there is absolutely no stopping him. I mean, at this point, everyone in Revenant is just at the top of their form. OnlyFriends, unfortunately, they can only sit and watch and wait for Haven to get over. Round number 12 is now a go. Alright, and now we start from the side of Knife Jester. Paradox is going to gun him down. Looking for another. Paradox does find it. And, well, the Neon running around wild. That's a 3K for Para. Now he's the one who's definitely vouching and vying and eyeing that ace. Let's see if he finds it or not. The two defenders, one towards A-Link and one in defender spawn. The Seekers give their location. Paradox looking to hunt them down. Ran out of the ultimate and now his soul runs out of life. As OnlyFriends, they can still try and edge back into this round, but now Revenant have a very strong control. It is the final round of the first half after all. HV is he goes for that ult, doesn't work. Gorang on top of the boxes, moves away. Oh, that was a very good outmaneuvering, but unfortunately it doesn't work. Revenant Esports, they will be ending the half 12-0. OnlyFriends quite disdained right now. Also, Universe as well, unfortunately quite disdained. If you are wondering why you have been hearing my voice for the past 2 rounds, it's unfortunately Universe has also run into a couple of tech issues. So hopefully he returns, but for the time being, it's just my voice that you will be hearing. Maybe not for long. Well, not for map 1 at least, because map 1 is about to come to an end, ladies and gentlemen. 21 kills for Para, 20 for Knight Rider, 12 rounds for Revenant. And this can be their undoing in a matter of 10 or so seconds. Whew. All right. So, a pause has been called from one of the players. I'm not really sure why. Dude, just look at his cam. He knows he has got like mischief on his mind. Man has 21 kills. He wants to get at least 25 in this map before it gets over. Definitely, he is thinking of something. You can see the wheels in his brain turning. Like, how can I get a 4K in this final pistol round? But everyone in the side of Revenant, I don't think they'll care much. Wimp, Blackhawk, Logista, they've done an excellent supporting job. I know I've talked a lot about Para and Knight Rider's performance, but that's because they've got 20 kills. But overall, it's been a team effort. And unfortunately for OnlyFriends, they just haven't been able to reply back as how they were previously, the last time we saw them. So yeah, for the time being, OnlyFriends, they had a great journey against True Rippers. 14-12 they won on Haven. This time, it's the opposite side of the spectrum, where on one hand you have an overtime match. Now you are on the brink of 0-13 defeat, and I think Revenant are just going to go for it. I think Revenant are not going to give them any bit of mercy and just have that 13-0. As for Logista, oh, now it's starting. And now, actually, wait a minute. OnlyFriends have planted the spikes. They've executed onto the bomb side. Knight Rider Paradox. Again, they're going to go for kills. The retake is surely on, but Wimp is the only man alive, and the hopes of a 13-0 rely on this one star. Isolates another gunfight. Both players, 44 HP for Wimp, 40 Knife Jester. Trailblazer, if it concusses the Neon, it's going to be a great play. I think it does, and yes! Wimp! What a headshot! He lands through the wall. The Ghost takes another soul. Revenant take another soul. And the hopes of OnlyFriends, it is going to be a 13-0 clean sweep. Oof. Boy, oh boy. So, right now, you've got the coach HBK as well of Revenant. Yeah, you can see he doesn't have much to say. It's been a 13-0. It's been a regular matchup for him. So he's like, boys, just keep on doing what you're doing. The kills are working out for us. We don't need to overthink anything. And so far, so good. As for the members of OnlyFriends, I mean, you can still see Naive Jester laughing, so it's good they're taking it, not completely to the heart, no matter what the result has been, but it still must be a bit saddening to go 0-13 against Revenant Esports. Regardless of that, hopefully, a couple of smiling faces. That's nice. I still have to mention beautiful view that Kev has outside of his window. That's really nice. But apart from that, yeah, that's map number one, ladies and gentlemen, done and dusted. Not much to say about it, because it was a 13-0. As a caster as well, you always find yourself wondering, what do you say in a 13-0? Because you can't really build up a lot of hype because you know what the result is going to be. So yeah, in this instance, Revenant Esports, they went for it through and through, and from the looks of it, they definitely had a really good time. Now, what happens from this point forward? I think when Universe was there before, unfortunately he had his disconnection. The thing was that both of us were discussing exactly what would take place on the second map, and maybe and hopefully, we can see a sort of comeback take place for the side of Revenant. But oh, sorry, from the come back from the side of OnlyFriends onto Revenant is what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's going to really be possible since from this point forward, yeah, Revenant just looked too confident, man. And a 13-0, that's definitely going to leave a stain on the side of OnlyFriends. Now we're having a look at the highlights as well. And this is not a highlights of OnlyFriends against Revenant Esports. This is a highlights that you may as well upload like any social media R&T have. But still, from the looks of it, amazing. We started off, and if you definitely want to see the highlights, if you want to relive the moments, make sure you are subscribed to the Esports Club, and make sure you're following us on Instagram as well. We post highlights of every single match that we have right here in the Valorant Community Cup and of other esports struggles as well. So who knows, if you're just looking to get into other games, watch the highlights, see if that intrigues you. We have many games and many IPs going on at the moment. Definitely a very busy time. But overall, wasn't that much of a busy time for Revenant. It was a very um, regular time for their side, since they simply, went forward and moved on forward essentially with this 13-0 win. And from the side of OnlyFriends, there was no countering them whatsoever. So keeping that in mind, yeah, that's it. Map one done and dusted. And Revenant are still looking very strong. And these skills, Jesus, man, the headshots and whatnot, everything was pitch perfect from the team in red. Now, all right, we talked about Haven. The next map, I'm trying to consider exactly any changes OnlyFriends can make if they want to take the win here, right? Any changes that can happen, because the next map is going to be Split. And the problem for OnlyFriends is we saw Revenant win the map of Split very recently against Paradise Esports. They ended up taking the win there 13-6. So relatively, it was quite comfortable. And from the side of R&T, you would expect something similar. So, OnlyFriends, it is going to be the map of Split. Changes will definitely occur in the agent composition. For all we know, we can expect a a double controller as well. Double initiator can be brought out, but it's highly unlikely, man. With Split, you want that neon, you want that raise. Those kinds of agents are there. And when it comes to controllers, Omen can be picked up. Omen will definitely be picked up. Perhaps a Viper can be chosen. Not really sure, but overall, yeah, having a look at these highlights, boy, oof, OnlyFriends had no chance from the looks of it. So now taking a look at the map veto, as I just said, map number one, 13-0, going the way of Revenant Esports. Map number two is going to be Split, and I'm not going to lie, R&T have chosen it. I think it's going to be a quick 2-0. Two very different best of threes we've had today. The first one went to the decider map, and only then did True Rippers manage to take a win. This, from the looks of it, is going to be heavily favoring the likes of Revenant. And now, it's going to be another. It's going to be really intriguing to see if Revenant make any changes. I know I'm running out of talking points. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what we can do from this point forward. But yeah, from the side of Revenant, they're ready for it and they want to take it head on. And I'm getting confirmation from the backend administrators that very very soon we will be starting over the map of Split. So don't go anywhere. We won't have any breaks. I'm still going to be here talking, taking you through everything that has been happening. But right now we can have a look at the scorecard, and yeah, like everyone, my eyes also go to the right side of the screen, having a look at Paradox, having a look at Knight Rider. And like I said previously, Vim, Blackhawk, Logista, they may not have had the most skills, but that's not what matters. Their utility usage as controllers and as initiators was what was most important. And they were definitely on it. Paradox 426 average combat score, Knight Rider 416, 22 kills for Para, 21 for Knight Rider. Oof. It was a very, how can I say this, a very explosive match for their side. And I think definitely we all can guess who was the MVP of of this match. It was Paradox. He has a great average damage rating as well, 264, 426 average combat score. Like I just mentioned, his KD is excellent as well, and even Knight Rider's KD, 21 kills and 4 deaths. I know I dropped mathematics right here in 12th grade, but that's over like a KD of 5. For Para as well, he has a KD of over 3. As the Neon, having a KD of over 3 means the man, you did something really special, and he absolutely did. He turned up, and he is a well deserving of the statement of the prize of match MVP brought to you by Crucial. And overall, yeah, that's it. Paradox has always been this kind of person who will end up in the MVP. I still remember earlier, like a couple of months back, when he used to be in True Rippers, he was still having these stellar performances in True Rippers, no matter what kind of agent he was playing, no matter what kind of performance no matter what kind of like performance the overall team was having, he was still very consistent with it. And even right now, he's continuing and he's doing the same thing in Revenant, even after all the roster changes that have happened in both Revenant and in True Rippers, the people who have left, the people who have joined. All of that being said and done, both of the teams are just looking to solidify their name in South Asian Valorant once more and to try and be at the highest levels they can be. Because Revenant, they definitely at one point, I know personally, I considered them to be a team to be like in the top 4 at the very least. There was a time quite recently, but then the roster changes hit them, and now I'm very unsure about all the teams essentially. We still have like the top dogs of the region who have been the top dogs for such a long time: Enigma, Velocity, Global, etc., etc. We've got those guys, and now we've got up and coming teams as well who still want to be in that top 5, who still want to be in the top 7 and whatnot. So keeping that in mind, definitely seeing the performances of these guys in the Community Cup is going to be a big booster. And yeah, speaking of the Community Cup as well, I have to say that definitely we've had an excellent time, and now finally we can start off with the map of Split. All right, it's here, and considering the agent compositions, again, Knife Jester this time for the Chamber. Knight Rider has taken up the same agent as well. I don't expect Paradox to pick anything other than the Neon. Once more, we can expect that from the side of OnlyFriends. Ooh, what are they going to go for now? Is it going to be double Sentinel, Chamber, and Sage? Perhaps a double Initiator, maybe even a double Controller. Who knows? Cruiser God still eyeing on. I definitely don't think it's going to be a Phoenix. I'm not going to lie. No. Logista, on the other hand, has taken the Astra. So, yeah, I was a bit wrong. Honestly, on Split, I always think it's the Omen and the Viper who have chances, but Astra as well. She used to be chosen a lot on Split prior to her nerf, but post that, I haven't seen Astra. Mainly, I've seen Astra a couple of times on Ascend, mainly on Haven. But regardless, Logista will be going for that aging selection as we're still waiting on the final confirmations. Yeah, Wimp on the breach does make sense. Paradox, Neon, Blackhawk. I'm going to be expecting a Sky from him again, but I could be wrong. No, Sky again. Sorry, in the previous one it was Wimp on the Sky, but Blackhawk, yeah, goes for an Initiator. So double Initiator on the side of Revenant, and OnlyFriends going to go for double Sentinel with Chamber and Sage. really interesting. And now split will be commencing very shortly. But yeah, just before we go into split again, one shout out to all of our sponsors. We've got LG Ultra Gear providing the best monitors in the entire market right now. 144 hertz, 44 hertz, 27.5 inch. Go down in the description and get yourself some top-notch monitors. You've got the best processors in the market being provided by Intel. They've got all ranges, high-end, mid-tier, low-end processors. We've also got Crucial with the best peripherals, and obviously we've got Loco as our broadcast partner. Again, so many variety of streamers streaming so many games all day, every day, 24/7. Make sure you never run out of entertainment. And finally, we'll have some entertainment. The pistol round will be starting, but I'm not going to lie, everyone watching, I need 5 seconds to take a breather. All right, and we're back into it. So let's start the pistol round. I am definitely ready for it. I am hoping Universe joins as soon as possible. But right now, it's just me and the teams in the server. And already Revenant, they're starting off at the bank, destroying the Sage wall, looking to enter forward towards mid. And that's what Paradox wants. This is what Revenant were doing against Paradise Esports as well. As the Neon, Paradox wanted to go into vents as soon as possible. OnlyFriends denying him the opportunity. They've smoked mid off. They've got the Sage wall. The boombot is there. So theoretically, OnlyFriends are doing everything correctly. They've got all methods of prevention to not let the Neon push through. But now we are going to have the concussions, and Paradox still goes into vents. He spots Kev, but right now Revenant are just going to hold their ground and not move forward. Now, Kev has got to move back even further. He tags the members of RN team quite a bit. And Cruiser got in towards B main, completely flashed, but he still gets an excellent headshot. And he was looking for that knife as well. Now he goes down, but not without a fight. Definitely not. As Gorong, he gets the shots onto Logista inside the bomb side. You've got the pop flash and Blackhawk looking to plant the spike. No, he cannot. HBS denies him that. And where are the members of Revenant? Because all of them are alone by themselves. Wim also can't get the kills, and Knight Rider goes down. The first round, OnlyFriends have managed to win. It is just a map too late, sadly.
No charges. No charges. No charges.
Now, after that first round, for the side of OnlyFriends, looking really good for their side because of the fact that they won the pistol, plain and simple. For Revenant Esports, now how do they recover from this? I mean, this round granted is going to be a full-on eco from their side. I don't think it's going to be exactly a very unpredictable round. Revenant just want as many kills as possible, try to snag one Spectre here and there, kill members of OnlyFriends, but it's a lot more easier said than done. The attackers are going to split out. They're looking to find defenders, but OnlyFriends are not going to give them that opportunity. Again, look at HBS. Pop flash towards mid. He's flashed himself. Revenant are pushing through, but Wimp, he was all by himself and he goes down. So that's that. And now it's Revenant Esports is struggling a little more against OnlyFriends. But then again, they don't have the best of guns. It's pistols. HBS gets another kill for this round. Gorong gets more, and this is OnlyFriends getting their revenge on a Revenant Esports. Now Knight Rider by himself. The Headhunter misses. He's got to go back. Boy, oh boy, this is a struggle for RNT. OnlyFriends are finally back in action, and it's great to have them in that form. Ooh. Oh boy. Alright, so now round number 3 for Revenant. They have got the rifles. They've invested in that after ecoing in the second round. But this is where they desperately need that round win. Because if they don't, it's going to mean that OnlyFriends will start running away with that matchup. So keeping that in mind for their side, OnlyFriends They just need to try and secure this round win. And already look at that Knife Jester gets the opening kill onto Night Rider. A very different attitude for both of these teams now. Kev though does go down to the Vandal of Blackhawk. And inside Vents, you've got HVS. But as before the flash could pop, Paradox secure that kill. Now the man count is favoring RNT members. And Cruiser God tried something very risky by jumping the stage wall. That doesn't work. And now Revenant are swinging back in full force. Knife Jester, the man who got the opening kill, the man who put his opponents out of misery at the start of this round, has been put out of misery himself. So near flawless round for Revenant Esports. Only lost a single member. Excellent comeback from their side. And this is where things get interesting. We've got the null command ready from HVS. We've got an operator in play from Knife Jester. Cruiser God back again with that judge towards B Heavens. And Revenant are going to go for a full-on buy. With 5 rifles of full armor. They are ready for it. And OnlyFriends, very soon they may have to face the wrath of what RNT have to offer. But it's going to be an extremely close contest. Let's start off this round. Ooh. Again, it's Knife Jester who gets that opening kill. Previously it was Knight Rider, this time it was Paradox, and once more Revenant Esports at the start of the round, they are down a man. HBA is completely flashed and he still gets one. He doesn't know what's going on, but that's a trade. The Chamber gets another. Revenant desperately down in numbers, and they are hoping for a miracle after what took place in Vents. Oh, that was very, very difficult. Alright, now from the side of OnlyFriends, they're holding the angles. Close got a combat. The judge strikes, and Cruiser God looking for another. He finds it. Excellent stuff with the judge. That's going to be a double kill for him to end this round in Revenant. When things were getting a bit optimistic for their side, when things were getting a bit better, it has been stopped and a timeout has been taken by their coach HBK to go over all the problems that have been occurring. And for the side of Revenant Esports, yeah, they definitely should go over what has been happening, because they've gone from a 13-0 to a 1-3. They definitely have to realize that differences and changes need to be made in their lineup and in their play style. Right. So now that we've got, we've gone through the initial couple of stages of that entire map, and we are seeing that 100% OnlyFriends are looking a lot better here. Questions are starting to arise at the side of Revenant Esports. Can they take a win, or are they just waiting for the side swap to take place? That can be quite interesting as well, because granted, the members of OnlyFriends, they've gone for like a double sentinel composition. Now that is really good on your own defense, but on their attack they can be struggling. So maybe RNT are just looking to hold off this half. Maybe they're hoping somehow they can get an 8-4 or 9-3 and then they can bounce back from it. That would definitely be a plan in their minds, but they still need more rounds. For the time being, they only have a single, and that's not enough. And for the 3rd round in a row, Knife Jester gets the opening kill, and it is Paradox who has been eliminated. Night Rider is also going to go down, and the guns that Revenant had bought are falling off by the wayside, slowly but surely. And this is where the likes of OnlyFriends, they're just going to hold on. They don't have any worry in the world. They don't have any issues with just holding their ground and waiting for RNT to do something, because of the fact that the man advantage sits with the defense, and Revenant, they're looking for a B take. The flashes are going to go through. Operator sits with Knife Jester, and the attackers, they go right in their crosshairs. Only one kill for Legista. Apart from that, everyone gets gunned down one way or another. And once more, it is OnlyFriends who are looking so much better. Now we've got, all of their cams ready. We can see all of the members. Cruiser God is there as well. And yeah, everyone is a lot more confident in their play style. All right. OnlyFriends are looking really comfortable. Again, it's going to be round number 6. For the past 3 rounds, Knife Jester has gotten the opening kill. From the looks of it, he may find it again. Nah, he goes back just before them. And maybe Gorong who gets it in this time, who gets it in this case. Because Revenant don't have the best of guns, mind you. They only have upgraded pistols. This is a very cheap buy from their side, a way for them to save credits for the next round so that they can afford rifles, full armor, and utility. Right now, they are going to be sacrificing on everything, and they're just waiting, and they're trying to isolate the gunfights against members of OnlyFriends, but it definitely is taking a lot longer. Logista, one headshot. Oh, unfortunately for the members of OnlyFriends, they get flashed, and HVS has to fall back. Knife Jester is concussed. This may be a B execute. The operator of Knife Jester has got to do a lot of work. Peking gets the shot on the Knight Rider, and he still survives more. HVS is dealing damage, and the members of OnlyFriends, they held their ground against what Revenant were planning. Still, excellent defense and an excellent retaliation against this execution. Oh, look at Cruiser God flexing. My God. Okay. Yeah, I am jealous of that. I've got noodle arms. I am no competition of that whatsoever. But definitely, Cruiser God knew exactly when to flex. All right. And this is OnlyFriends getting back into their mojo. Nice. And from the looks of it now, OnlyFriends, you know, they're just holding around, and they're just waiting for the side of Revenant to do anything, because for the past 4 rounds it has been OnlyFriends are the ones getting those opening kills, and they're just literally letting Revenant do whatever they want, because they know at the end of the day they are going to counter the team in red. Is that Universe who's back?
Yes, I am back. Forgive me, but a little bit of a heavy rain here in Bangalore as I have lost my internet. But back I am again, as I've missed a little bit of the action, and it looks like OnlyFriends have taken up a little bit of liking to Split, and they're going all over this. But currently, a lot of utility being dumped on the 3 players there. There goes one back. Oh, brilliant stuff from Paradox and Wimp. As soon as I enter, it looks like Revenants found their charm, haven't they?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for the side of Revenant and all of their fans, I think all of them will, make sure to stop the rains in Bangalore, I guess, from this point forward. But regardless of that, OnlyFriends, the second round is going to be a loss. This time it looks like it's going to be a flawless win for RNT. Really good. Execute the Rolling Thunder worked out, and now Cruiser got by himself. Yeah, he will be eliminated by Knight Rider. Really wasn't expecting the breach. The chamber to be in such a position. So finally, Revenant looking to bounce back. And this is what I was saying a couple of rounds earlier, is that the agent composition on the side of OnlyFriends is very, very defender-sided. They've got 2 Sentinels. So maybe the plan for Revenant is to just hold off on their attacking half, try and get like an 8-4, 9-3 scoreline, and then once they're in their own defense, and once it's the members of OnlyFriends who have to attack with these double Sentinels, maybe that's when Revenant can shine the brightest.
Well, let's see if that is going to be the case, as we do have this situation at the moment. 5-2. Not really the idealistic one for Revenant, but they need to find themselves that nook and corner. They don't care about being detected over there. They are all stuck towards the A main side. All 5 of them. And forgive me, all 4 of them. While there's one Astra looking towards mid. Not quite sure what their approach is at the moment here, but they've shut things down, trying to maybe sell out a fake, saying that no, we're not coming towards A, we're just faking A, but we're going towards B. But they're not sold over here. OnlyFriends. That smoke gonna prevent Knife Jester, and that stun is gonna make him regret his decision of coming forward as Paradox runs through. Has got covered by his teammates. No, it's gonna be Knife Jester to take him out. Cruiser God finds 2 himself. And just like that, Revenant Esports will lose themselves another round.
30 seconds left.
Yep. That's it. It's all down to Logista. HVS is spotting him. And OnlyFriends, they suffered a flawless defeat in the previous round. Now they reply back twofold with one of their own. It has been a back and forth, but still OnlyFriends hold a major chunk of the advantage right now over Revenant. And they should be looking to have the advantage heading into the second half as well. Will they keep it? Still up for debate, but from the looks of it, this is a far better performance than what we saw in Haven by miles and miles, by multiples. OnlyFriends are doing a lot better than what we saw from their side earlier. So, keeping that in mind, Revenant, their time to stop lacking, I guess, and start performing a bit better and start to make sure that they don't give away too much of the map, because, like I said, they are, I guess, vouching or vying for that 9-3 kind of scoreline. But honestly, an 8-4 should be better. And we're just waiting on one of the players and their ready confirmation. But from the looks of it, almost everyone is ready. Let's hope we can resume this map as soon as possible.
Yeah, let's hope so. We do have the go right here. Cruiser Gods walled off towards A main, while Paradox has made his way to the back side. That flash, brilliant, and that will get a trade back. But Kev immediately will find himself Paradox's kill. Logi, he has been detected, and Cruiser God's aware of the fact that this guy is a lurker, so he sent his teammate back, and he's holding off A main all by himself. He knows that wherever Logi usually is, it's a lurk around him. And back he runs away towards the B side as well. There is a bit of a thin spread defense over here between the two teams. Kev, no boom bot, no grenade to work with, but one kill can get him at least one of those utilities. But Night Rider will shut him down entirely to use that grenade for the next round. Knife Jester, though, gets one back, stunned down. Knife Jester, previously playing that Neon, this time with the Chamber, able to make the impact just for one kill. HVS has to wait for Cruiser God to come in to support him, as they do have a revive available. And they will probably go under heaven for it, because there's nowhere else they can go for this revive.
Yeah, definitely. So, it is going to be quite difficult for them to go for the side of OnlyFriends now. They are going to try for it nonetheless, hoping they can get the resurrection. They do. Knife just with the operators back in, but the flash
Blackhawk
gets a double. Vim finishes things off, and Revenant Esports, they will be taking their third round in this entire map so far. Still a long ways to go, but OnlyFriends, they have the advantage. Can they keep it now? As we're nearing the end of the first half, the credit economy and the alt economy is starting to matter less and less. What matters is the amount of rounds you get. By hook or by crook, no matter how many people you have alive, you need a better round count before the side swap happens, because it is going to shake things up very violently, with the Revenant going into defense and OnlyFriends on attack. So, for this round, let's see what happens. You've got Paradox, and he's got, I think he was about to use his ultimate very, very soon. As for OnlyFriends, the Torre force is there from Knife Jester, as everyone is just holding their positions for the time being.
That boombot has been silenced before he could see the light of day. And here's Gorang, who I think is in big trouble. They expect this, and Blackhawk will clear him out. Revenant, advantage in their favor at the moment. But they still have a tour de force to worry about, which can be shut down by that Chaos Knife. But for the moment, it's not going to be troubling them here. Knight Rider, though, he will be troubling their opponents, as he finds one, and they know that Cruiser got around the corner, stunned and killed. There's one more from Wimp as well. 6 and 4, inevitable. And with those 5 bullets, he can only go so far. Knife Jester, he needs to hit every single one of them. There's one. Needs a good start. Got it. 4 more to go, but he's been smoked off. He's been flanked, and he has not yet been killed.
Oh,
He will connect the second as well. Not expecting a third. Nah, he will not expect that one. Logi will take him off yet again with one of his sneaky locks, and that is going to be Revenant Esports with the 4th. 8 and 4, you said. Could be the case here, my friend, but evidently, it looks like Revenant have them, momentum shifting in their favor at the moment. Their controlled aggression seems to be working out for them.
Yeah, for the side of Revenant, the change in strategy, the control aggression does seem to be working out. And for OnlyFriends now, they still need to go for a counter. The thing is, because it's OnlyFriends under a bit of pressure. The problem is that this half may end with a 6-6 if the team in blue are not careful about it. Again, Knife Jester, opening player, opening casualty. That is off the board. No way for a resurrection just yet. Revenant have got 3 ultimates. They can use the Rolling Thunder in tandem with Neon and they can launch a perfect execution. But they need amazing coordination with that. And I don't think they're ready to go to the B bomb side just yet. Maybe they are. You can see Paradox as the Neon is ready. But on the A bomb side, Nile Strider goes down, and this is the cue of Revenant to be like, okay, we've lost the person in A, it has to be a B push. Go on, full on. Yep, the Null command is going to go through. Paradox pushes in. The Rolling Thunder's dead. Korong, he misses. Oh no, he lands 1 kill before going down. But still, the site is up for grabs for the side of Revenant Esports. And nothing in OnlyFriends roster can prevent the spike from going down.
Wimp. Oh, takes a bit of damage. Will go down to 50 HP. Cruiser God needs to find a kill, but Wimp is not going to give him the luxury of spotting him. He gets closer to the smoke. They're going to make this a triple peek here. And that's exactly what they need. Oh, there he goes. Wimp will not find one, but the knife will give them information about both of them. Loki gets one. Loki finds the third as well. That is going to be the trade game that comes from Revenant every now and then to find them the 5th round.
All right, that was yeah, that was very intense towards the end. 1v1, you almost felt like the spray transfer could have stuck. No, Logistuck went for the shots, and Logistuck currently 7-7, Blackhawk 7-7-8. Oh, that could have been a perfect 7-7-7 if you only had an assist less. But regardless, I'm going for imaginary numbers right now. It is the true numbers of the map scoreline that matter the most, because those determine which team moves on forward into the upper bracket finals and which team goes down into the lower brackets. For the time being, OnlyFriends are facing that, since they are a map down. 0-13 was the score. Revenant, final round of the first half. They've made an excellent recovery in this half. They are looking to end right here with like a 6-6 scoreline at the very least, putting themselves on equal ground, and OnlyFriends will definitely be at a disadvantage after that. Paradox pushing in, completely flash Cruiser God. Look at that, he had no idea what hit him. A second for Paradox. He's got the ultimate. Knife Jester shuts him down, but Knife Jester is the only person alive, and the spike is all the way in A.
Yep. And he's got to be wary of every single corner, because Logi loves to lurk around, but it's not him who's doing it this time. It is Blackhawk. Knight Rider in the spawn area. Easy kill for him. Sitting in the corner. Knows what he's got to do. 6-6 here. Exactly what was expected. Look at that. Look at that, CCV. The minute I come, it's a revelation of the form for Revenant's boys. They were 5-1 down, by the way. And as soon as I came back, it's 6-6. How about that?
Yep. That's it. Yeah. Revenant definitely will be praying, and they'll be hoping that if they reach in the grand finale, well, it's Universe casting. But I mean, the thing is that yeah, Universe will be casting the grand finale, regardless of who's there. All 3 of us will be doing that. So it's yeah, all Revenant need to do, I guess, is be in the grand finale, and that's it. Should be a win for them. I hope there are no rains going on in Bangalore, I guess. That's the 2 criteria. That's the curse. That's their foreign team. But again, joke aside, pistol round, very important. This determines what happens and the flow of the second half entirely. Maybe we see an end to everything taking place, you know, with what's happening. And we have to see and find out that if the double sentinel of OnlyFriends, is that going to be working or not, or can Revenant put an end to this kind of attack that they'll be vouching for.
Well, that boombot does not give them any information. They actually went straight back to the feet of Kev. Grenade from Blackhawk to keep them at bay. He needs to keep it a little close to his chest at the moment. There's a lot of things happening, and there they go towards the heaven side. Paradox is absolutely murdering everyone there. He doesn't care about who's in front of me or who's not. He just kills everybody. And that's exactly what he's been brought into Revenant to do. Knight Rider completely destroys Knife Jester. The Headhunter battle won by the Chamber on Revenant, as Revenant win the pistol and take the lead.
Yeah, for the first time in this map, they have taken the lead. So problems for OnlyFriends. They haven't won a round for the past 5. And I don't think this round is going to go their way as well, considering the fact that Revenant are going for a full-on, proper anti-eco buy. A Bulldog can be spotted as well. I am a bit sad. The Bulldog is a very underrated gun, I'm not going to lie. I really like going for the Bulldog. I would much rather go for like a Bulldog full armor than a Vandal half armor, if I'm being honest. But that's just me. Maybe the pros have different thoughts about it. Maybe they have better aim. I guess, yeah, obviously they do. But regardless, Bulldog will be picked out, and Revenant, they're ready to tackle on whatever OnlyFriends have to offer.
Well, they're constantly pushing them back with utility towards mid, and Cruiser actually found Logi running in towards the B side. Knife Jester's taking a Paradox. That's going to be trouble for Revenant, because now they need to go back to a side where they were just in complete control of, and this time they will need to find a spike to defuse. 3 versus 3 thanks to that kill from Blackhawk on HVS. And one player on each side is pretty down low on their health. Cruiser God's gonna eat up quite a bit of that as well. Great sense of mind from Blackhawk to grenade that one spot and spam down the other. Knife Jester immediately responds in kind. There they go, 2 versus 2. Gorang close in corner, has a classic to work with. Headshot not gonna be enough because Blackhawk is a man clearly made of steel.
Nice one. Is it because he's KO?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good one. Yeah, I would rate that a solid like 8 out of 10 given the context. That's good. Yes. Alright. But I would rate this match a full on 8 out of 6 because that's the score. And Revenant definitely have the lead, but OnlyFriends is going to be their own full buy. And the economy of RNT is struggling. In the previous round, they had a lot of those. Yeah, they had a lot of casualties. Their own guns, their own arsenal is struggling a bit. OnlyFriends are going full in, like all in this round. The spike is still in the spawn. And
look at
wait a minute. Wait,
Paradox is gonna find it. No way.
My
no.
God. No.
He's gonna sit with the spike in his hands, isn't he? And he's gotten past them.
Paradox.
Can we please see what
fighting
Paradox
them.
is doing? He's actually gone one. And he's almost moving for the second. He's just messing around with their minds. Loki's jumping around to find one himself. Gorang will take down Paradox, but that was a scare and a half. Now they know that the spike is going to be traveling very slow. And it's up to Blackhawk to find this kill onto HVS. Grenade to slow him down. Gorang is going towards A, and it is being expected by Blackhawk, as Logi and Knight Rider have taken care of the entirety of the B side half. The entire half is confirmed sealed shut by them. As now Gorang needs to find himself the opening. But Blackhawk is in a pristine angle to find a kill very easily. He will be backstabbed though. HVS. Oh boy, he's walked straight into the crosshairs. And now all Blackhawk needs is a shot to the body. Will not deliver it. But he's got support coming in. 20 seconds. Gorang needs to get into the site right now. But he's got a backstab. He's got a front stab. He's got a stab from every single side of his body. And he's going to survive only in the depths of hell. 6 and 9 the scoreline. And Revenant Esports should be shouting nice.
Second map, and you still made that joke. My God.
Hey, every time it comes up, you gotta do it, CCV. Every single time.
No, it's just like the 9-3 because you don't. You just
No, every time that scoreline comes up, no matter who you are, whether you're a caster, whether you're a player, or you're a reviewer, you gotta say nice.
Right. Okay, that's
Go on,
funny
go on,
number.
give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Nah, I'm fine. All right, let's see this round.
You know
This
you
just
want to.
opens things off. And from the side of OnlyFriends, a weak buy particularly because yeah, the previous round they gave it their all, didn't work out, and Revenant they're just going to pick apart the defense, or well, the attack of OnlyFriends, whatever attack they tried to conjure up, is going to completely be down in the dirt. You know, or 3 kills, all 3 of them favoring Revenant Esports. No trades whatsoever, no casualties on the side of the defenders. Easy round it has been so far, and I think they'll be looking to keep it like such, not give away any freebies, don't get overly aggressive. Just wait the round out, go into double digits, have those guns carried over because that's what Revenant need desperately. The guns to carry over, the operators, the vandals, the phantoms, and very well, it seems like that is something that will be happening.
Well, Kev, only man left, and Wimp probably knows where he is. Oh man, Kev should have gotten that kill, but will not be able to do so, and that's going to be the end of that. Revenant Esports up to double digits, and not a single round given away since 6-2, which means they've won 8 rounds in a row here. Revenant, that is quite a stomping. I mean, given that they did win 13 rounds in a row in the previous one.
Yep.
Another 8 as the streak continues in 2 different spaces. Revenant got 3 more to go. And they can put up that 13 round streak yet again here. Oh boy. They're going to have to work it back again now. The site has been given away, but with a little bit of a chipping damage onto the opponents. OnlyFriends have lost their chamber, which means a backstab is going to come as soon as possible. And there comes the ultimate as well. It's going to be Paradox to find Korang, who was actually teleporting away. The stun comes through. Paradox being such a menace as this Neon. There goes Logi for the final blow. And number 11 for Revenant coming right up.
Oof. Now, OnlyFriends, how many rounds has it been? 9 rounds that Revenant have won consecutively, and it's Haven all over again. Back then it was 13 rounds they won. Now, for the time being, it's 9. Very soon to be 11, I guess, and pretty sure Revenant are going to be marching forward. OnlyFriends, they'll still be in the lower bracket, so they're not out of the Community Cup just yet. But after the victory they had over True Rippers, this will be a lot more disheartening. And especially the way in which they've lost. I mean, on a Haven 0-13, right here, from the looks of it, what seems to be a 13-6. Yeah, Knight Rider wants to put an end to it very, very quickly. Got the support of Vim towards mid, who, before falling off, did manage to take away Gorang. And OnlyFriends, unfortunately for their side, they can't go for the resurrection just yet. So it's still a 3 versus 4, and RNT still have that man advantage, which extends even further as Paradox picks off Cruiser God.
Well, 4 versus 2. That tour de force not looking like it's going to do any work in this round unless they find that 1 kill. And Paradox is just toying with them at this point towards B Heaven. Gets back to safety. Does not want to give away anything at all. Just playing with his opponents. And as soon as that bait switch comes in, he's going to get that kill for sure. Paradox knows where exactly his opponent is. Gets his 3rd. And ladies and gentlemen, Revenant, another step closer to the upper bracket final.
Match point.
That's it. Yeah, after this match, Revenant can, just relax and watch their opposition go against each other. The next map in the upper brackets as well, it's going to be quite interesting. Medal up against Lethal, definitely one to look out for. After Revenant, in my eyes, Lethal Esports are the next team who can be the favorites of the Community Cup for the time being. So watching them against Medal, it's going to be great competition. And overall, for OnlyFriends, they gave competition for a bit, but now look at Knight Rider and how he's playing. Oh, he just swings wide and gets HPS as well. The pain shells don't do anything to him. He gets 2.5 kills. Well, now it's going to be stabilized. Now, Vim swings wide. And he's waiting and waiting, and from behind, it's going to be Paradox who ends things off Revenant Esports, they take the win in the best of 3, 2-0.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, they win from the second round, starting to the final one, 13-6. And of course, their coach is going to be a happy man, HBK. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Revenant. Great job to go from 6-2 to 13-6. They've won 11 rounds in a row to just get themselves across the line. And yeah, Paradox is going to be smiling, laughing, and enjoying this moment. Two amazing wins in terms of what they've done so far, Revenant, and they will go ahead to find themselves in the upper bracket final, waiting for the winner of either medal or lethal, which is going to be another match of itself. Quite an interesting matchup there. And ladies and gentlemen, not the only storyline that's prevalent. OnlyFriends will be dropping down to the lower bracket to face off True Rippers yet again.
That's going to be really interesting. You know, OG and I were talking about this previously in the last best of 3 when True Rippers took the win. Is that if the rematch happens, it's definitely going to be a very spicy one. I am 100% looking forward to seeing that. But apart from that, yeah, overall, talking about the best of 3, you know, not much to say. Great performance from Revenant, plain and simple. They came into the server, they won almost all of their gunfights, and they went back, and that's it. A simple day for them. They defeated Paradise. Now here they've gotten another victory, just moving on forward. Like, no matter where
Yep.
they are in the upper brackets, no matter who their opposition is, it's been a relative win after relative win, and now they're in the upper bracket finals. If they manage to win that best of 3 as well, at the very least, they'll be confirming a prize of 50,000 rupees for themselves by going into
Indeed.
the grand finale. And if they manage to win the grand finale, they'll be going into, they'll be winning, well, 1 lakh. But before that, we still have to look at the upper bracket semifinals. Let's have a look at the highlights, and you know, as soon as we can, let's bring up the performances that were present from all of the members on both the teams.
Yeah, that was a brilliant performance from both teams, at least in the first half. Given that what we saw was the best of OnlyFriends, where they made those 5 rounds. Unfortunately, I was watching it on stream as I waited for my internet to come. But the minute I popped into the server was the minute OnlyFriends somehow kind of slipped away, and Revenant found this unyielding form of victory, which Revenant absolutely they just thrusted in. They went straight into the bomb sites, did not care on their attack when they were 5-2 down right here. Forgive me, 6-2 down. And they found themselves 6-6, and then they found themselves 13-6. So there's only so much that you can expect from this, storyline. And it is what Revenant have put down. They have found themselves the victory that they required to put themselves a step closer to that grand final, and they are now just one step away. That's it.
Yeah, that is it indeed. One step away, going into the grand finale. A best of 3 and a best of 5 away from potentially winning it out entirely. Revenant may be the team who will have that perfect run in the Community Cup. But I'm still waiting for our next upper bracket semi-final, you know, Lethal against Medal. My money's on Lethal, and I definitely think that they'll give great competition to the members of Revenant Esports. But still, I am predicting a lot more interesting are going to be the lower bracket matches and how teams perform there. Because after all, we only have 6 teams after today's events. You know, we've had 2 teams getting eliminated today, Paradise Esports and ROG Academy. Both of them are out of the Community Cup. So keeping that in mind for the side of for well, all the remaining teams, yeah, the competition gets closer and it gets only more cutthroat. But that's what the Community Cup is. You know, not everyone can go home a winner. You really need to fight your way through thick and thin in order to go home with a cash prize.
Yep, Revenant Esports gonna relish this victory and will be relishing their position in the upper bracket final, but there's still a lot more work to do. Only until you make it to the top 2 will you be sufficiently happy with what you've done in the Community Cup. And that happens in a couple of days now. Who will they be facing? We will find out tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another matchup, Medal versus Lethal. and that is going to be quite a big turn of events. Pretty great players on both sides, immense talent, just as the one that we have here. And it is going to be Revenant who will be facing either one of them. And as we look at the stats, while they did put up a couple of numbers in the first half, ladies and gentlemen, nothing more than 6 on the board, on the big scoreboard, will they be putting up. Paradox yet again on top of things. Of course, he is. 19 kills, 277 ACS. I don't see anybody else being the series or match MVP.
Yeah, it is going to be. But again, this time, highest average combat score. Definitely was having a quieter time in the first half when, Revenant were not playing or like were not performing the best. But ever since that got over and ever since Revenant started their winning streak, there was no stopping the entirety of their roster. So many of the times, Knight Rider getting the opening kills as well. There was a brief period when Knife Jester absolutely tore apart whatever Revenant were planning. As that chamber, he had the Tour de Force, he had the Operator, and he kept on getting those opening kills. He was really annoying, like Para and Knight Rider particularly, getting those opening frags time after time after time. But finally, they put an end to it, and finally, they got back on winning ways and eventually secured the dub for themselves. So yeah, having a look at the scorecard, brilliant performance from the guys in Revenant, just like the map of Haven. Haven was something else. This was a little more closer, but still not too close at all.
Yeah, most certainly. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, OnlyFriends, they did put up a performance yesterday, could not repeat it today. Let's go to the MVPs though of this matchup. It is, of course,
Hmm.
Paradox, 277 ACS, KDA of 19 and 12. Two first bloods. As a duelist, we just need to create space. But first bloods were taken across the board from multiple people and an ADR of 170. Minimum a kill a round. Very, very, a very good performance from him. As we
Yes.
will see him going further along with the rest of his team to the upper bracket final.
Yeah, they'll be going forward upper bracket finals. They'll be waiting and watching Lethal against Medal, eyeing out their potential competition for the future. And they can just take a while and relax because before we have the upper bracket finals as well, we'll also have our lower bracket matches to be done. We'll have the rematch. We'll have Only Friends against Two Rippers again. Right now, Only Friends against Revenant Esports Bind will not be seen. 13-0. It was the score on the map of Haven going in favor of Revenant, and Revenant take another win on the map of Split 13-6. So yeah, overall dominant performances and no questions whatsoever. They were the better team today. From the side of Only Friends, hopefully we can expect a better performance next time. Let's have a look at the series MVP. Both of us have given our predictions. It's going to be Paradox, and yeah, no questions asked whatsoever. In a span of two maps, actually, in a span of what, 26 plus 26 plus 6 32 rounds. He's gotten 41 kills, average damage rating of 208, 6 first bloods, ACS 352. He definitely was in top form today.
Yeah, we most certainly was. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have the end of our day come in. The
Yeah.
series MVP, of course, 20 kills a game, 352 ACS. And with that, we shall have a look at the brackets as we end today's matches. Of course, Revenant Esports will be moving ahead, and we will wait for Metal and Lethal to fight it out to get themselves a
Oh.
spot on to the same side. Whilst Only Friends are actually facing off against Prime 5. Okay.
Ah,
I
yeah.
thought it was going to go down to two Rippers.
I did too, but the seating works differently always. Even I get confused, but there is still a chance for anyone who wants to see that matchup. There is a chance we can expect that if Only Friends win against Prime 5 and True Rippers win against the losers of Medal and Lethal, we will see Only Friends and True Rippers. So there is an opportunity. It happens. Is it going to happen? It's still a little too early to call that. I'm going to wait for the next set of matches. the upper bracket, the other upper bracket semi-final to get over the two lower bracket matches. But yeah, definitely with the side of Revenant, it's a long time before we'll be seeing them on the big screen just yet. The upper bracket finals
Yep.
are a long way. For now, we'll have to deal with the lower bracket matches and how teams play there. So they can definitely rest easy, take a bit of a break, and just have a look and enjoy some of the other matches that are going on in the Community Cup. Study their competition, study their own words, see what mistakes they were making early on the map of Split, whether it was just OnlyFriends being a little too good for them or any other reason. But for the time being, everyone can rest easy, and you, the viewer, as well. If you've still been watching us ever since we started today at 4 p.m., thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you enjoyed the best of threes. Make sure again, go down in the description, get yourself some of the best gear overall in terms of monitors. You have our lovely sponsor LG Ultragear, who present the Community Cup to you. You know, again, 27.5 inches, 144 hertz, the best panels in town. Really top-notch performance in terms of processors. You've got Intel, the dominant company in the market right now. They've got, you know, high-end processors, mid-tier, and of course they've got a beginner level processors as well. You've got the peripherals from Crucial, their RAM, the SSDs, and of course every so often there's the QR code. Scan it, get some Red Bull delivered to your doorstep. Make sure that during your rank sessions you are as energetic as all of the players were during today's matchups. And obviously follow us on Loco at the Esports Club. Watch the other streamers, enjoy all the entertainment there is to offer. But for this stream specifically, it's coming to an end. Myself, CCP, alongside Universe, will be signing off. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. right here. So stay tuned and keep watching. Till then, bye-bye.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.
If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. 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 I got, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete.